the physical appearance, right? Because I have to like you, right? I have to walk up to you. I have to be interested in you. Then from there, I identify your personality, and I'm like, oh, we can vibe. My issue with a woman changing her type is, so you'll go on a first date, and I've been on a first date where they're asking me, where do you work? How much money do you make? And they're asking it in very kind ways.
Checking
right?
the box.
Yeah, and respectfully, you should. Women, you deserve what you deserve. Don't date bums. Like, know your worth. But at some point when you change your type, are you dating for love or are you dating for security, loyalty, and faithfulness? Albeit great qualities. Are you really attracted to that good guy? And I think when I hear these women talk about later in life, I developed a new type. No, you didn't. Your type just wasn't doing what it needed to do from a relationship perspective, whether it be financially, whether it be faithfulness, whether it be consistency, whether it be romantically. But the guy you're not necessarily attracted to is doing all of these things for you. So now I think I love them, but in reality, no. I love what you do. If I was to strip you of your job, if I was to strip you of your accolades, your success, your stability, you wouldn't like me. You're not attracted to me, right? When you see like a beautiful woman at the store, I don't know anything about her, but I'm attracted to them, right? Yeah. If you guys see a handsome man at the store, I don't see any of their accolades, achievements, monetary value. I'm genuinely just attracted to them. Later in life, women change their type and they're no longer attracted to the man. They're attracted to what the man can provide. So I like to get the perspective of like, how do you guys feel when a woman says like, hey, like, you're not my typical type, but you're a good man and I like you. I feel like that's disrespectful. I feel like you should not, as a man, if a woman tells you you're not my typical type, and you go and look back, the last 5 are maybe, gangsterish type. You know what I mean?
Little baby.
And then me, I'm a warehouse manager. And I'm like, how did we get here? I'm not your type.
Bitch, I ain't a fucking... No.
Right. So I just want to throw that out there. What do you guys think about like women changing their type later on in life for that good guy? Go ahead, Dom.
I think you start off like, first of all, I think after the initial attraction, like initial physical attraction, love is like something that grows and something that's to be worked on. Like, you can't just be like, I'm not just going to meet you and just be in love with you, bro. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I could be attracted to you and I love you.
Yeah.
But you feel me? Like, I feel like love is something that can be worked on. Like that's a relationship is for. It's something to be worked on. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then if it's like, and what you were saying, like a female is in love with somebody and that person start doing weird shit. If that happens, that's something different. But I feel like they might still be attracted to that same type of person.
Yeah, but I think women, and I'm not a woman, so the women will correct me later. I feel like they're now not going for the men that they're initially at this stage in their life. They're not going for the men that they're initially attracted to. So they end up in relationships with men that they're not attracted to because of those good qualities.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't even, so many females turn dudes down before that to not even like
be
somewhat attracted to a dude. Well, I think that y'all should talk because I don't know.
I personally, if I'm not attracted to you, I can't. So I personally don't look at it that way. Well, I don't do that, I guess I should say, or haven't, I guess. But right. I just feel like I have to be able to look at you and have like, ooh, like my man. Like I want to look at you and feel that. If I don't, then I feel like entertaining you is pointless because it's like, where are we going with this? Like that's a waste of both of our time.
I agree.
Like even if he is a good man, I wouldn't want to waste his time because I know I'm not there with him despite the good qualities. I will say as far as like changing my type, I want to say my type is still the same, but I feel like my boundaries have changed. So it's like certain things that I just won't deal with.
Yeah.
So if you're my type and you're doing stuff that I know that I don't like.
Like what?
Good night.
You just throw us one.
What if it was your birthday and you was like, what's it going to do for my mama for real? What's it going to do for my birthday? And
I want to say
never accumulated.
Being inconsistent is something that really like irks me because it's like I have a kid
Dom
now.
too, apparently.
So it's like I can't, like, any time that I give to you, any of my free time that I give to you, and you treat it like it's nothing, it's crazy to me. So flick, goodbye. No, not doing it, because this is like the 2 seconds that I get to myself, and I'm spending it with you, and you can't even, or trying to spend it with you, and you can't even like put in the effort. You can't even show me that it's worth me doing this for. So
Right.
I will say, yeah, being inconsistent is something that makes you goodbye. No, shoe fly. Like my daughter would say, shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. But yeah,
Thank you, Rhea.
I'm like, anyway. My bad.
What's up, big dog?
What's up? So me personally, maybe I'm gonna be like the opposite of everything. I feel like people's types change through experience, right? So when I feel if a woman is saying like, okay, like, you know, you're not my normal type, it's probably, obviously I get it, you know, yeah, she hasn't dated that, or she normally dates a certain type and that hasn't worked for her, but that's just like the progression of life. Because, I mean, men can do the same thing. Like, you know, like men don't always date their type either.
All right.
You know? So, I mean, but for a woman telling you you're not usually my type, but you're a good guy, that part, me personally, I've never said. Like, that's kind of like a jab. Like, it's like, bitch, what?
Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, like, because why would you say that? Like, me personally, I don't really have a type when it comes to, like, attraction. Like, like, if I look at you and I like you, then I like you. And then when I get to know you, that shows me that, like, I like you more. But, like, if you look at the history of the men that I talk to, they are all over the place.
Right.
So, like, no one could really say, like, oh, that man's not your type, or that man was your type, but he wasn't good. Like, I base someone off of their soul versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, and how they treat me. So I've never actually told someone like, oh, you're not my usual type, but I'm giving you a chance. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. Cause I honestly, maybe I do have
No,
a
the
type.
way they word it is like, you know, like, you're not my usual type, but you are an amazing man.
Where do you guys?
Maybe
doing?
they're gaming you up.
Yeah, what
maybe
are y'all doing?
Maybe you are their usual type, but they
on.
want you to feel special.
So, in that, ladies, that would
It's
tell-
not working. It's not working. They got the game fucked up.
ladies, that is a terrible way to game a man.
it
up.
might be.
just for the lady followers.
But you know
But
what the crazy part is? Law and numbers, it worked for them niggas before.
It sure did.
Just saying.
It sure did.
Let's see at what point.
Okay.
No, keep going.
This is how he tells us that he's
No.
tired of us talking.
I want to be ready for when y'all ready. I want to be ready for y'all.
So I was the reason why I say this and brought up the topic is not necessarily personal experience. I'm pretty sure I'm not everybody's type, but in saying that, I was watching a TikTok and there was this beautiful woman discussing her dating life. And basically, she had met a really nice guy who was in the military. He did everything, was romantic, finance. Like their first 2 weeks, he was paying bills. He was taking her out to eat. He was faithful. He was just everything a good man is, right?
Vibe.
And they were seeing each other for like 4 months. And the lady was explaining like, damn, like we don't argue. We don't fight. He does everything perfectly for me. But he's just not my type. You know what I mean? Like,
It's because she's used to dealing with trauma.
Right.
that's what she did say that in the video. So she ends up breaking it off and dating other people. So she didn't just break it off. She broke it off and started dating other people.
Who were her
Okay.
type? It was drama. It was toxic. and
Fighting
she
for her
loved it
life.
there. Sometimes people, they like to sit in and not grow.
They
you
like
know what I'm
to
saying?
sit in their fucking
Be
mess.
stagnant.
Yeah. Like, but, and it's like no judgment to them, right? Because we've all been there.
All judgment.
Okay. That's on that side. Yeah. I don't know if you
No,
can
that
my
couch.
mate,
That's the
right?
judgment couch. We over
No,
here.
I don't know if you can.
Nah, you could have. You
No,
could
I'm
have had
not
a separate
judging.
couch. That was you. You had a judgment couch now.
We are.
Um,
I
you feel
consider
me?
Baby
this
girl
section.
wanted to show off her
Yeah.
feet. I was like,
All
yeah.
of a sudden,
I'm just joking. But anyway.
no.
Okay,
I'm-
look,
I'm-
I didn't want to have on my
Finish the
dusty
thought.
little slippers if my feet were going to be in
okay.
view. I didn't know. I just wanted to be prepared.
Well, we listen to Judgment Couch continue.
Judgment couch is crazy.
I forgot what I was saying.
JC.
So they like to sit in their toxicness.
Yeah, so I think some people, like she said, like to be kind of stagnant, and it's no fault of their own because we've all done it, right? Like there's a moment where like you've hit your rock bottom, and whatever your rock bottom is, then from there you grow. And you know what I'm saying? Like whatever man or woman like treats you the worst, where you're like, I will never deal with this type of man or woman ever again
Deals with
in
it
my
3 weeks
life.
later.
What happened?
I said they deal with it 3 weeks later type shit.
I mean, okay, but at the end of the day, I mean,
Not intentionally.
yeah, it's. I mean, old habits are hard
It's
to break. It
somebody's
takes 21
intentions.
days to break a habit. Let's just be for
It's
real.
somebody's intention.
So I have to.
Aight,
I have to
but not
purposely
mine.
not text this nigga for 3 weeks.
21 days,
Damn,
yeah.
a few people stopped texting me. Am I the bad habit?
No, you're number 3 on the list.
I'm the bad habit.
You're number
You're
3.
number 3 on the list.
No, you might be number 5 now.
That's a good thing. That's a good way to put it, though. You number 3 on the list. You're not a bad habit, bro.
You're right.
You're just not as important.
You know what
as
pisses
the
me
others.
off? When you number 3 on the list and then you go number 5, but it's not like you got pushed down for something you did.
It's just too bad.
Just 2 more people came in the picture and that was just one
like
to 2.
And they're showing more attention.
Right.
They're
Getting-
texting.
no,
they're
they're-
you know
they
they're
better.
you got singled
They might
down.
be.
They better. So to finish, she ends up taking this hiatus from old boy, right? And she's dating. She said, "I'm out here doing my thing, dating these people." And long story short, they run across each other a year later at a brunch.
And he's doing better.
No, he was already doing well. He
okay.
was a military
I
man.
hope he was.
Was he married?
I'm like, I
No,
hope he
they
was
were at the
married.
brunch.
Facts.
Gotcha.
She had broke it off with him on peaceful terms. They wasn't beefing. They connected the brunch, chatted up, no connection, whatever. And the way she worded it was crazy. So after like 2 weeks, I guess they somehow got in contact, and her and her child were sick. So she messaged him and was like, "Hey, can you get me and my son some medicine? I'll pay you back."
No,
And this man went and got that medicine for that girl.
Real
I'd
nigga.
have
That
said
is
no.
so nice. I would do that.
He's
Real
so
nigga.
nice.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll do the same shit. If
Yeah,
you really
I'm-
loved her,
Yeah, I'm like that. I would really go out of my way for those who I care.
I got a
about.
situation right
Regardless
now
of
with
the
somebody.
situation.
I'll do the same shit. I would have
Like-
sent, and I would have sent her some
So-
extra.
But that's
I
not a
think I'm broken.
situationship though.
He gets the
I'm
medicine.
like, I think I'm broken.
He
I
gets
just-
he gets the medicine right, and they start chatting it up, having a good conversation. And he pulls up with the medicine with food. Like she didn't ask for the food. He brought food. He remembered her order type.
Real
shit.
nigga.
Yep. Brought the kids some food.
It was in the note.
He like yeah right. He
I did that
really
one.
is a
I do
good
that.
man.
So where do you
You broke
where you
up
going
with
with
me.
this?
I'm
Are
gonna
you,
get it, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Right?
okay,
Getting
because
there.
it's a lot of context.
Right. So long story short, he does all the good man things over the next 2-3 weeks, you know, and she's like, you know what? I realized I like this guy. I need to pursue him. Pursues
Oh,
him,
yeah,
bags
nah,
him.
bro.
They end up in a relationship 2 months later, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, she left you to go be for the streets, and she did her thing
the
for 10 months.
streets.
She did her thing for 9-10 months. You came back, showed her what a good man looked like. You're not her type, obviously, because she left you in the dirt, and now you are what tentatively her man. All because you did all these nice things. If you remove all the things you've done, I get it. Love
Sounds transactional.
very transactional. So it's
So
like
first of all,
but some people don't mind that kind of love,
Ooh,
and
that's fair.
some people
That's
don't
so
mind
smart.
giving that kind of love, right? So you can't be upset at someone giving giving transactional love, but also receiving transactional love.
Also-
it works for them. Just because it don't work for you, don't mean that it don't work for them.
and we talked. I don't know what time it was, but I feel like relationships have some transaction in it anyway.
oh for sure.
I mean, of course.
Because it would be no way, like, not to open up or, you feel me, split up any wounds, but, like, you guys are both been married.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If all the transactions were 100% on both sides, then y'all still be married.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's not true.
On me, on
But
my
I mean, you know what I'm
end,
saying?
No, not
you
on
got
my
me
end.
clocked.
Yeah, clock it.
Clocked it.
No. This is
That's a hard-
this is
that's
clock it.
Clocked it.
No,
You got me
clock
clocked.
it.
So.
Anyway, but I mean,
like-
I feel like I'm right, but I could be
For me,
50%
you are.
right.
For me, you are. I was.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that's really. It's an issue. It's an issue if he feels like it's an issue. It's not an issue if he's okay with it.
Yeah, if he's
Valid.
okay with giving out, being transactional,
Right.
and that's the type of love that he.
But it's
wants.
gonna happen again though, for sure.
I mean,
Because something's not going to transact the way she wants it to, or that one day he going to feel irritated.
Yeah.
It might be his
Just like,
birthday or the day after Valentine's Day.
Well,
or
but the
some
thing
shit.
may be also, see, with love like that, if it's like that, right? If love is transactional, what happens is when the person who is giving can, like you said, can no longer give, and now it's the other person who's receiving, there's their time to give, but they're not used to giving.
Right.
That's where it messes up.
It's gonna be like,
That's
Because
what
at the end of
exactly.
the day, like in a relationship, in a marriage or whatever, like it's a give and take.
Because all I wanted was some wings for my birthday and some ranch.
And ended up drinking 4 gallons of mimosa.
That wasn't 4.
Sorry.
That's true.
it wasn't 4.
It was a whole bottle of
It was
champagne
three.
for show
I'm like, it was 3.
Yeah.
and 7 shots.
But since we still in this love topic, because it is Valentine's week, aka what you gonna do for Big Daddy for real? What you gonna do for my birthday?
You got me now.
That you easy.
That's gross the way you said that.
Oh yeah. I can't make